Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining for Pranayama and meditation on this fine Wednesday morning. Now, it's just me this morning. My delightful assistant ran off last night. Just kidding, April Fools. Yeah, that was lame. Anyway, so this morning we're going to do the Pranayama, which is called skull shining or kappalbhati. And we're also going to do the bandhas, which means energetic locks. So the practice of pranayama, prana being the life force, and yama means control of it. And it's been the cornerstone for yoga practice for about 3,000 years. And it's all about directing your energy in a very specific way. And it's brilliant for the immune system, the cardiovascular system, all the sort of heart, lungs. That's kind of what's meant by the cardiovascular system, I guess. But it's really, really good for you. But it takes a little bit of setting up. So to explain the bandhas, we're going to first engage our moola bandhas. So there's three. Some of you might have joined for this practice last week, but I'll whistle you guys through it again. So the first one is moola bandha, which is your pelvic floor. And to engage your pelvic floor, it's the one that you use to stop the wee coming out, the old classic. So if I should first say, and I always forget to say, come to sit tall with a straight spine. For me, a good position is to be sat either on a couple of cushions and a block with both knees on the ground. But if you're comfier in a cross-legged position with something under your tail, or even in a kneeling position, then that's absolutely fine too. So the first bandha, moola bandha, you pull up your pelvic floor muscles. So giving that a quick go there. Great, I'm sure everybody has nailed that. Now, the second one is called jalandra bandha, and that's our throat lock. And to engage your throat lock, you first put the tongue against the back of the top teeth, kind of like there, and then you roll your chin in towards your collarbone. So have a go at that. So tongue at the back of your teeth. And the idea is these locks are stopping energy flowing. So we're going to contain the energy in the body and just maintain it, and then we'll let it go. And so the last bandha, so we've got our moola bandha, give that a go, jalandra bandha, and the one in the middle is called uddiyana bandha, which is our abdominal bandha, which is, it translates as flying up lock. And to engage this one, it's actually easier if you stand up. So you're going to stand up and lean your weight forward, and then you're looking to breathe out all your air, and then you're going to draw your navel up and underneath your ribs. So it's much easier when you're bending forward a bit, but give it a go. It's not tensing your stomach is just this. But the uddiyana bandha is you breathe out all your air, and then you hollow out your stomach. So you breathe it all out, and from sideways it looks like that. Have a little go at that. It's sort of, you allow your stomach to be loose, breathe out your air, and then draw your navel up and under, like you're shooting it up underneath your rib cage. So you get a real feeling of hollowing, almost like the skin of a drum. Yeah. So if you can, come to sit tall, and when we put on the bandhas, you're going to sit yourself slightly forward, just because it's slightly easier for that uddiyana bandha if you're sat forwards. So we're going to do them all together at the same time, but in this order. First moola bandha, then the throat one, jalandra bandha, and then the middle one. And the idea is that the throat lock, jalandra, stops, I think, the bile coming up. Lovely. So let's have another go. So take a nice big inhale. Breathe out all your air. Then engage moola bandha. Draw up your pelvic floor. Tongue to the back of the teeth and engage your throat lock. And then hollow out your lungs and shoot your navel upwards. And it's a bit of a funny sensation, but you should get a feeling of real hollowing out, almost like there's a cord that appears from root to tip. It's a bit like if you were a tube of toothpaste, somebody is squeezing all the toothpaste out. So you get a real feeling of hollowness. And the reason I'm showing you this is because we're going to use it in conjunction with kappalbhati, skull shining. And for kappalbhati, when we combine these two practices, you sit tall and then you're going to strongly exhale out of your nose. And again, you can kind of see your stomach moving here. It's a bit like you're being punched in the stomach. And your breath should just fill your lungs again. Like it's not like it's like a bit like a lock and load. If you're sort of to be punched, then it's like your lungs immediately do refill. So like a. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 20 of those, and then we're going to put on the bandhas. So let's have a little go together. So I'm going to sniff with you rather than count, but we're going to do 20 of those, exhale all our air, and then put on the bandhas. Okay, take a nice long inhale, and a nice long exhale. Another inhale, and we're off. Breathe out all your air, then pelvic floor, moola bandha, throat lock, teeth against the back of the tongue against the teeth, and bring your chin down, and uddiyana bandha. And gently release. Take a few nice big deep breaths. Don't worry too much if that's all feeling a bit strange or a bit random. If any of you feel like you're really struggling with it, shoot me a message afterwards. But the point of this, as I say, is it floods the body with energy when you then take a nice deep breath. So what we're going to do is 3 rounds of the skull shining, with the sniffing, with the exhaling the air. And then when you put your bandhas on, it's called the maha bandha, the great lock, when you have all 3. And then with all of your air exhaled, the idea is you hold it as long as you can. So don't pass out, but let's give that a go. I don't have a particularly huge lung span, so if you can keep up with me, it should be okay for you. Okay, so feeling the points of contact with the floor, we're going to take a nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. Another nice big inhale, and we're off. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale all your air. Moola bandha, your root lock. Draw up your pelvic floor. Jalandra, tongue to the teeth and roll your chin down. And uddiyana bandha, hollowing out the stomach, lifting the navel all the way up and under, hollowing out the stomach. And when you release, take a couple of nice deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. And we'll come into our second round. I'm aiming for 30 of the big sniffs, just to let you know if you like to count in your head, then you're welcome to do that too. So take a nice big inhale and breathe out. One more nice big inhale and begin. Take a big inhale. Breathe out all your air. Then engage your pelvic floor, your throat lock, jalandra bandha, and then draw your navel up and under the rib cage, hollowing out the stomach. Take another couple of nice deep breaths. And we'll come into our last round. So coming to sit tall with a straight spine. And when we end this round, we'll take a couple of nice deep breaths and we'll go straight into our meditation practice. So when you're ready, nice long inhale and exhale. One more nice big inhale and begin. Nice long inhale, nice long exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, breathe out all your air, leaning forward, drawing up the pelvic floor, engaging your jalandra bandha, chin to chest, tongue to the back of the teeth, and hollowing out the stomach, feeling a cord lengthening through the whole body, root to tip, and hold. And when you're ready to come out, taking in a couple of lovely long inhales. And exhale. Then without disturbing your energy too much, making any last little adjustments to your seat to prepare for your meditation practice. Perhaps grabbing a blanket if you want one. Any last fidgets or scratches or little sip of water if you need one, before committing to your seat. It's important in meditation that when we find stillness, then we maintain that stillness, you commit, because it helps you to drop into your practice. If we're always scratching and following every tiny little distraction, then we're not really meditating. So closing down the eyes. Feeling the points of contact with the ground. And already noticing that perhaps our skull shining and our bandha's work has prepared us quite nicely for a state of concentration. Following the breath in through the nose, down the back of the throat, down into the collarbones, down and in between the ribs. Down into the stomach. Down into the sit bones. Down into the feet. And following the breath back up into the lower back. Into the middle back. Up and under the shoulder blades. Across the tops of the shoulders. into the back of the neck. Up and over the top of the head. Smoothing across the forehead. Into the eyebrows. Into the eyelids. The nostrils. The lips. The jaw. And down into the body. All parts of you are resting in perfect awareness. And without changing it, we'll take the awareness into the breath and do a simple counting the breath meditation. So you'll count your inhale and exhale and count 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Until you reach the count of 10. And then go back to 1. It's a simple mindfulness breathing exercise. Allowing the breath to be relaxed, naturally breathing the body. We're just bringing a little extra awareness into it by counting. And if you realize that you've counted way past 10, just start again from the beginning. Each time you get to 10, starting again at 1. And if the mind starts to wander, just gently bring it back to the breath. And wherever you are, completing one final round of counting. And when you're ready, gently letting go of the counting and bringing the awareness into the heart center, the seat of your compassion. Call to mind someone or something you'd like to offer your practice up to today. Maybe somebody that you're grateful for, or perhaps somebody in your life who could do with a little lift. And just feeling into your heart center. Notice how it feels to share your practice with somebody else. And gently letting go of any effort you've been making. We're going to take a couple of nice long deep breaths to bring us back into our bodies. Take a nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. 2 more, nice big inhale and nice big exhale. 1 more. And notice how you feel having spent this time practicing pranayama and meditation. And when you're ready, gently fluttering open the eyes, maybe taking a little stretch. And that concludes this morning's meditation. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I can't easily see who's joining in the morning. So if you felt like saying hello in the comments, then that would be great. It's just nice for me to know who's here, but no pressure to, of course. And I'll pop the Monzo link in the description. I'll be giving half of the proceeds to St. Mungo's homeless charity. And back, today's Wednesday, back tomorrow at 6 p.m. for more Jiva Mukti Yoga. And then Friday morning for pranayama and Sunday afternoon for restorative and yoga nidra. Hello. Hi, Annalise. Hi, Fash. Great. And yeah, brilliant. If any of your friends want to get involved, just let me know and I'll add them to one of my threads. And it's all on Instagram too. And have wonderful days, everyone. Bye. Oh, good. Yeah, hi, everyone. Sorry, I was just hanging to see who's going to say hello. Yeah, nice to see. Great. Okay, that's the end. Thanks. Bye.